Alright, you guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm doing an experiment. If you're like me and can't keep any herbs alive for the life of you, hopefully, we can go through this together. I mean, I've already done it. I've documented the month. I didn't have herbs. I had to go to the store to get herbs to propagate. Now, this might seem kind of backwards. You're like, well, why don't you just keep those herbs alive in the soil? That's not the point of this video. I love propagating normal plants around my house. So I thought, what if herbs worked? I have this little ledge in my kitchen. Which way are we facing? Let's do it. Compass. East. I don't know how, I don't know direction. This is saying north, and that's east. Because the sun rises that way in the east. So it's a north-facing window. I don't understand. Guys, I don't know, I'm not smart. So now that we have the desired place for our propagation station, let's just get started. The first thing you're gonna need are your herbs, obviously. The ones that I grabbed today were mint, oregano, rosemary, thyme, parsley, and basil. I was super bummed that I couldn't find any cilantro because that is my all-time favorite. But anyways, the next thing you want to make sure to have is a propagation vessel. I found these little spice jars on Amazon, and I feel like they're the perfect size for what we're about to do. So now for the actual labor. I'm just snipping off little clippings of the herbs and making sure that if there's new growth on the stem, that you want to cut it off. You want it to be clean when you put it in the water. You don't want there to be a lot of leaves touching the water. Although I'm not perfect and a lot of mine ended up touching the water. Crazy to see how sad the basil is. Just wait to see how much it grows. The parsley was really giving me a hard time. It really was. I was like, I don't even like parsley. I don't even like it. Why is this so hard? How does this even fucking happen? I don't even like parsley. This is hell. Herbs are also so delicate, so it made a tedious task because you really want to make sure that you don't break the stems. You want them to be as healthy as possible in the beginning of propagating. Now, once you've gotten your desired amount of clippings and put them in your jars, it's time to fill your babies up with water. Like I said, you want to try to keep the leaves out of the water, not like I did. And there we have it. It's as easy as that. So yeah, if you have friends with herbs and you just take a few clippings, you can just do 2 or 3. It's really a fun project. I wanted to see if putting the thyme with its original roots in the water would work and if it would grow. So I have 2 different jars. Day 5 was the first day that I noticed growth. I changed the water 1 day in between. That's really important. You want to make sure you change the water every 3 days at least. But look at this basil is peeking up. It's looking lively and there's sign of growth. There's sign of growth. I'm so happy. The mint really was going to town. Look at all of that. I mean, truly, propagating is my most loved hobby. It's so fascinating to me. The parsley. You guys know I just don't even like parsley. Here I am just trimming it up. And 1 week later, high growth. Hi, I see you. There's that darn parsley again. Here we are at day 9 and checking out the thyme. As you can see, it's not doing great. It's not doing that well. There's this little piece. It's looking dead. Wilty parsley boy. I shouldn't have even got the parsley. Oh, and I used some of my basil today. Just a few little leaves, but hopefully that doesn't tarnish because the basil is actually doing the best. That's satisfying. 11 days in, I found some cilantro in my fridge that I forgot, and I was like, hey, why don't I try to propagate this? It's kind of going bad. I think that's where I messed up because Yeah, spoiler alert, it didn't go great, but I tried. This is 2 days, maybe a day and a half later. I have never seen such a reaction. 2 weeks in, baby, the basil is happy. Parsley's peeking up. There's some new growth. Are you kidding me? What a satisfying thing we're experiencing. This is the most interesting. I wanted to do an experiment of putting the whole root in, which is this one. And look at how dead it is and sad. Today's October 2nd, and here's a little herby update. I've got to just throw this one away. It clearly didn't work. Look at all the roots! You minty baby. It's crazy to me how much they drink water. I mean, obviously, if their roots are growing, it's gonna drink, but look at that. It's parched. Guys, we're at 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Can you believe it? This is where it's interesting, because I've heard people say don't let leaves touch water due to infection or something. Look at all this new growth that was happening under the water. So if any plant experts are out there, but hello basil. God, this is so satisfying. A week ago or so I had mentioned that I picked off a few leaves from my basil, and this is the outcome. You really have to make sure you leave at least one leaf, you know, on the stem. So it's sad boy hour over here with the time. Yeah. I don't know. But then you have this guy. Hello. Growing grower over here. And if there are dark spots on a leaf or something, I just clip it off with my finger. Just super easy. It's almost been a month, and yeah, they're just not, like, this time isn't doing good. But it's only this one stem, so I'm gonna just throw this out. But it didn't grow any roots like the other ones did, compared to, I mean, I've heard like mint is the easiest to grow, but look at the comparison, like no roots and so many roots. Are we okay? Oh, the amount of times that I dropped this camera, it's not good. Back to what I was saying. Still hear me? Is my mic broken? Because I just dumped water all over it. So this concludes my propagation growing herbs at home venture. I find the most easy, the most successful ones that didn't, you know, make me want to rip my hair out were the basil and the mint. The mint was so good. But as for this thyme, I don't understand. Somebody explain, why didn't it grow roots? I mean, everybody's different, but man, oh man, the thyme and the parsley were tough.